Hi, I'm Karthik Rannan. I'm the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
very much interested in learning digital marketing course for a very long period of time, but I don't get a proper platform. So later from our college, I get to know about XLR and I enrolled in XLR course. It was really good experience. Our course has been taken by Mayur sir, and he was very good teacher. He not only focusing on theory part, he is doing how real digital marketing works, and it was in total very good experience. I get so much of knowledge here. They not only focusing on study, they are also conducting different exam to test our knowledge, and as we are giving the exam, so to appreciate our work, they give certificates for the toppers, and along with the certificate they give hampers. Thank you, XLR.
Recently, I was searching for digital marketing courses online in Google, and I came across XLR, and I attended a digital marketing course which was for 15 days.
Good evening, all. Hope all are doing good. So, Fires, you can start the session.
Yeah, okay. Am I audible? Hello? Can anyone just confirm over the chat window if I'm audible or not? Okay, so yeah, I got a confirmation that I am audible. Okay, so yes, so just giving you a quick recap, okay, what we did yesterday. Okay, so yesterday we kind of explored. Okay, I will share my screen and show it to you. Okay, so this is what which was done yesterday. So OpenAI being so what this course is all about. This course is about foundation, that how you go ahead and talk to a language model. Whenever we say language model, the first thing which comes to our mind is GPT. GPT 3.5 Turbo, GPT 4 or GPT 4 or whatever it may be. Okay, this is the first thing which come in our mind. Okay, the reason why OpenAI is so famous, that the models from OpenAI GPT 3.5 are so famous because they are comparatively very fast. No need of infrastructure. They have made a system in which you just need to go ahead and call their API and you get the response, and it will go ahead and charge you on each and every token you go ahead and take from them. Okay, so this is how it works. The ChatGPT is a product which they go ahead and offer people to go ahead and use. On the other hand, they have something which is known as their API, which you can go ahead and hit, and you can go ahead and add prompts to that and use it for production for your chatbot application or whatever your application will be. Okay. Apart from that, as I mentioned yesterday, there are many free language models also available, okay, or on Hugging Face, which you can go ahead and utilize, which can go ahead and give you generative response just like GPT does. Okay, and the reason why we are preferring, or why one would prefer this language model, because first thing would be that they are completely offline, no internet connection required. Second, your data, if you have something which is called as a data security concern, then this would be the right option for you to go with. Okay, so this was the two reasons we explored something which is called as an offline GPT solution type. Okay, so yes, we used various libraries such as Torch and Transformer libraries from Hugging Face, and we also understood what is a RAG architecture and how you can go ahead and this can help you to for your model. Your voice is audible but not clear. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me. Just give me. Now, is it audible and clear? My voice. Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay. So as I was saying, okay, so we understood that how you go ahead and write a prompt to a language model, just like the llama, the tiny llama 2.1.1 billion token, which is trained upon. Okay, then we can go ahead and talk to it, and how we can go ahead and implement the RAG architecture to it. Okay, so this is what which we learned yesterday. Okay. So this is what is an alternative for OpenAI. Okay. So now today's agenda would be to go ahead and hit OpenAI API. Okay. And extract answer for OpenAI and apply the RAG to the OpenAI also. Okay. So this is what would be the agenda for today. Okay. And if time permits, we would be also getting introduced to something which is known as agent. So what we need to do is, from the learning from yesterday and from the learning of today, we would be going ahead and implementing something which is known as a small project, is something which we would be doing after this learning. Okay. So let's start with today's thing. Okay. Just give me a minute. So if is anyone typing with me while I am typing, so yes, you can do this on Google Colab as well. Okay, no issue. I would be sharing the files with you, okay, which would be required for this project. Okay. Okay, so for your understanding and for the sake of simplicity, we would be going ahead and using Google Colab or not a Jupyter notebook. Okay, we won't be using .py file. And just for the security reasons, okay, I won't be going ahead and sharing the API key which I use. Okay, so you can go ahead and generate the API key directly from the OpenAI website. Okay, for your account and get a free $5, get up to $5 completely free for any learning and development purposes. Okay, so you can go ahead and take it from there. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and hit the OpenAI API. So the people who were what we say present in the previous what we say prompt engineering session, they would be aware about that. But for the people who are not present, this is something which would be new for you. Okay, so for that, what you need to do, you need to import OpenAI. Let's wait till it done all the installation part. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to go ahead and install OpenAI first. So I would write it over here. I would so firstly you need to click install OpenAI. Okay, so this is the first thing which you would be going ahead and doing, and then you would be going ahead and importing OpenAI. For me, it is already been installed. Okay, so I don't need to go ahead and install it again. Okay, I just need to go ahead and directly import it. And if you want to go ahead and use Jupyter Notebook, okay, you need to go ahead and install all the requirements which are required for Jupyter Notebook. Okay, thank you for informing me, Murali. Okay, now I believe there won't be any background noise. Okay, now let's start with it. Let's first go ahead and import OpenAI. Okay, so first what we would be doing, we would be going ahead and importing OpenAI. Now I have a file which is named as key.py, inside which I have the OpenAI API key. Okay. So as this is a recorded session, I won't be going ahead and opening that file. Okay, but I would be importing the variable from key port. Let me just check what is the variable name. Just give me a minute. I'll stop sharing my screen. Okay. So from key import API key. Okay. So I have saved a variable over there in which I have the API key in that. Okay. Now what I have to do is I need to just go ahead and call the completion. So what you would be thinking that how I know the code, because this is directly available on the OpenAI website. You can go ahead and take this code. Okay. So you need to go ahead and learn this structure. Okay. So every time you need to go ahead and call the API of OpenAI, this is the structure which you would be going ahead and following. So I would be writing the code now for this. Okay, it takes the API key. API key is inside a variable known as API key. Okay. So whenever you need to go ahead and pass message to an open AI model, okay, you passed it in the form of a list. Okay. So here you go ahead and pass something which is known as a role, okay, and the role would be system. This system role would means nothing but your what we say the prompt. So the prompt comes under the role system, and inside the content is where you go ahead and write the prompt or the instruction to your model. Okay. Then whatever the message comes, it comes under the key role user. Okay. And whatever you want to send the message comes under the key content. Like for example, if I need to go ahead and send hi, I would be sending hi over here. Okay. Now, what's next? Next comes which model do you want to use? Okay. So OpenAI gives you a wide range of options of model. Okay. Starting from 3.5 Turbo DaVinci model, say 4 Turbo 4.0. Okay. So what we would be doing, we would be only using the GPT 3.5 Turbo model. Okay, this is the same model which is available with ChatGPT as well. And then we would be going ahead and applying two things. One is known as temperature. Temperature is something which I also explained yesterday with that model as well. Can anyone tell me what temperature means according to what I explained yesterday? So no module name key error will obviously come because key is not a library. Key is a file. Okay, key is a file which is having my API key. So you have to take your API key from the OpenAI website itself. Okay, temperature I will go ahead and keep it as 0. Okay, and there is something which is known as maximum tokens. Okay, like your output, how many tokens do you want to have as an output? Okay, so for the time being, I'll go ahead and keep it as 150. After going ahead and completing this, we would be checking if it works. Okay, it run. And let's print the output. Here it is. So, this is how you can go ahead and bring your ChatGPT language model in the form of code. Now, if you have it in the form of code, you have full flexibility, like whatever you want to go ahead and change in terms of prompt, how you want to change the behavior. If you want to go ahead and make it answer in Hindi or any other language, in Kannada or whatever it may be, you can go ahead and make it answer. Okay. So this was a simple message I sent to it, and whenever we have a response from OpenAI, it is within a key assistant. So if I just go ahead and write your assistant, okay, it would be directly going to TNT content. Yeah. So this is what we would be going ahead and getting as an answer. So now if I go ahead and just add a prompt, you are smart chatbot. Okay, you need to answer user questions only in uh, Hindi. Okay, I'll go ahead and write this. As a prompt, this is an instruction which your model would be now going ahead and behaving. So even if I go ahead and type hi in English, it would be going ahead and answering in Hindi. So this is how you can go ahead and change the behavior of the model completely, okay, just by using the API call of an what we say OpenAI. Understood this, everyone, how the flow works, or do anyone have any doubt till here? Do anyone want me to go ahead and demonstrate how to generate an API key? Yes, how do anyone wants to know how to generate an API key? I can go ahead and help you with that. Okay, I see a few requests. Okay, so if you could see my screen, okay, so what you need to do is you need to just go ahead and type OpenAI, okay, visit the OpenAI website. There you would be seeing their products. Okay, the product which I believe you would have explored till now would only be the ChatGPT. Okay, yeah. So what you need to do is you need to go ahead and explore one of their product which is known as API login. Okay, so here you need to go ahead and sign in with your Google account. Okay, and go to the API. Okay, here you would be seeing something which is known as playground. Okay, you can the code which I have written right now is directly available over here. Okay, you can copy paste the code from here as well. Okay, now here you would be seeing an option of something which is known as API key. Okay, from here you need to go ahead and generate your secret API key. You can give it any name, test key. Okay, and you can give it all access and you can generate your API key from here. Okay, so this is what the API key looks like. Okay, make sure that you copy it or else you won't be able to go ahead and copy it or see it anytime in the future. Okay, so this is how you can go ahead and generate the API key. This API key allows you a gateway to go ahead and call OpenAI model. Okay, they have a complete API documentation as well where they go ahead and give you all the what we say methods by which you can go ahead and play around in terms of prompt with this OpenAI model. Okay, do anyone have any doubts still here? Does everyone understood how to go ahead and create an API key? Okay, considering it, yes. Okay, what we will do now is, okay, we will try to go ahead and integrate a RAG with OpenAI as well. But here we would be going ahead and using any CSV file. Okay, we would be going ahead and using any CSV file. Yesterday we took a text file or a PDF file, whatever it may be. Today we would be going ahead and using any CSV or Excel file, and we would be going ahead and asking questions from that. Okay, so this is what we would be going ahead and doing. So now what you need to do is, okay, you need to, as I already have introduced you to you, something which is called as LangChain. Okay, so LangChain official documentation would be available on the LangChain website. You can go ahead and read that. I would be going ahead and helping you with a few functions in LangChain. But just before that, let's just go ahead and download any CSV file from Kaggle. Or do anyone have any suggestion about data set? Let's see if I found any good data set. Okay, so we can take this data set. Okay, what this data set says. Okay, so this works. Let's go ahead and work on this data set. Let's make sure the code file and the data set are in the same folder. Okay, now let's move further. Okay, so now what we would be doing, similar like yesterday, we would be going ahead and using LangChain. So for that, we need to go ahead and install LangChain. So pip install. Do follow this simultaneously while I'm doing. It would be easier for you. Okay, it has been installed. Don't worry, I would be sharing the code file with you. Okay, so now what we need to do next is import. Yesterday we worked on text loader. So today we would be going ahead and working on something which is known as CSV loader. Okay, let's just load this. Okay, so it has been loaded. Otherwise, it is not working. Let's copy the complete part. Not sure if I'm facing any error. Let me just save this file only. Then, now it should work because the file and the code is in the same folder. Okay, now it worked. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be taking our old Spotify data only. Okay, for the sake of simplicity. Spotify. Since it has some issue, let it be. Let's work on this data only, the loan data set only. So we have load this data set. Now it is. Okay, after loading the dataset, let's go ahead and see the dataset if it has been read properly or not. Okay, so each and every column within the dataset has been read properly. Okay, now what would be the next step over here is to go ahead and convert what we say a text into different chunks. and go ahead and save it into a database. Okay, so this is what the next step would be. So similarly, how RAG works, uh, we need to go ahead and split the data into different chunks, such that whenever a question is asked, only relevant chunk is extracted and it goes along with prompt and the response is generated. So this is what we understood the pipeline of RAG yesterday. Yesterday we used a text file, today we are using a CSV file. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to import some more dependencies from LangChain. So there are many cloud-based vector database available as well. We are using free open source, what we say vector database, which saves the data locally. Okay. Yesterday we used Hugging Face embedding. Today, as we are using OpenAI, we would be using OpenAI embedding directly, which is comparatively faster and more reliable as compared to Hugging Face embedding. We would be now splitting the text and we would be defining the chunk sizes. Yesterday we kept it as 250, so today also we will keep it as 250 only. So what it does, it splits the document or splits the data into 250 tokens each data. So this big data, the loan data set, is split into 250 tokens each, and it is divided into equal number of parts. So this is what we have done over here. Okay. Then what we need to do, we just need to go ahead and save it within a vector database. Okay, we did. We started the kernel. So to run it again. Okay. So embedding separately needs the API key, so we have passed that. Okay. So it would take like approximately 1 minute or 2 minutes or sometimes 5 minutes to create a database locally, where what this database actually includes is your text along with the embeddings of each and every text. So what we would be achieving while after this is whatever we ask the model related to the Excel file, it would be able to go ahead and answer it. So this is what we would be going ahead and achieving it. So let's just go ahead and explore the data set on our own such that we also have an understanding about the data set, that what exactly needs to be asked. And remember, whenever you are creating an embedding using OpenAI, it would cost you a lot. Okay, so let increase the chunk size. Okay, just to make sure that the cost is not too much. Okay, make it thousands, and it will happen comparatively quicker, and it won't be taking more of a cost. Okay, now it will happen. Let's explore the dataset in the time. So we can go ahead and ask it any analytical question. Okay, like what is the age of the customer of customer ID 10. It should go ahead and give us the age of the customer and every detail about that customer. Give me if we just need to go ahead and give it the customer ID and it will go ahead and give the details about that customer. So let this happen quickly. Or else what we would be doing is I would be going ahead and creating the DB, okay, and keeping it ready. We can continue this project from the next session, okay, because even if the DB is created, I won't be able to complete it. And after DB, there is a complete explanation which would take time, okay. So what we would be doing, we would be continuing in the next session after the DB is created, okay. And I will share this file tomorrow itself with you. Just give me one. This is how usually creating a vector database locally would take time. Okay, so what I would be doing, I would be creating the vector database and saving it locally. Okay, and then tomorrow when we would be meeting, we would be continuing from there. Okay, so I believe that's it from my end today. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll share the complete code file with the complete code tomorrow when we meet. Okay, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
thank you, Faiz. Thank you, students, for joining this session.